Good morning, students. We have already started discussing about the new lesson, that is atoms and molecules, and we have discussed about the contribution of different philosophers. जो है टाइम पकड़ लिया. Good morning, students. We have already started new lesson, that is atoms and molecules, and we have discussed about the contribution of different philosophers and scientists in observing and knowing about the nature and structure of atoms. So today we will discuss about laws of chemical combination, and we will try to understand how atoms interact with each other and how do they combine to form different types of molecules. So this is our today's topic, that is laws of chemical combination. These laws were formulated or designed by various scientists after a lot of experimentations to get an idea about the structure and nature of atoms. Scientists like Lavoisier, Proust and Dalton have a significant role in this regard. So these are the scientists who did a lot of experiments and help us to learn about the structure and nature of atoms. So today we will discuss about the various laws of chemical combination. The first law of chemical combination is law of conservation of mass. This law states that of product is equal to the total mass of reactant. If we take any indefinite amount of reactant, they react together, then the total mass of the total reactants taken together will be always equal to the total mass of the product. This we will understand in the further discussion. In short, we can say matter is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass is always constant. Okay? Then we will understand this with a given example. For example, when calcium carbonate is heated, then it forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Experimentally, it has been found that if 100 gram of calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to form 56 gram of calcium oxide and 44 gram of carbon dioxide. This has been found experimentally. So if we compare the total mass of reactant with the total mass of product, what we see? Now you see, this is the reaction. Calcium carbonate is 100 gram. When it is heated, it forms calcium oxide, which is 56 gram, and carbon dioxide, which is 44 gram. If we add the total mass of the products, that is 56 plus 44 gram, we can see the total mass of the product will be 100 gram, which is equal to the mass of the reactant. So this is the law of conservation of mass. During any chemical reaction, total mass of product will always be equal to the total mass of the reactant taking part in that reaction. Now let us understand it in a more clear way by a question. Sodium carbonate reacts with ethanoic acid to form sodium ethanoate, carbon dioxide and water. So one experiment has been done. In an experiment, 5.3 gram of sodium carbonate reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid to form 8.2 gram of sodium ethanoate, 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide and 0.9 gram of water. We have to show that this data verifies the law of conservation of mass. For this, we need to write the chemical reaction. The reaction can be written as sodium carbonate reacts with ethanoic acid to form, now see, Sodium carbonate reacts with ethanoic acid to form sodium ethanoate, carbon dioxide and water. And if we write the masses of these, first we will write the total mass of the reactant. So mass of reactant will be mass of sodium carbonate plus mass of ethanoic acid. Sodium carbonate and ethanoic acid both are the reactant, and sodium ethanoate, carbon dioxide and water are the product. So first we will add the total mass of reactants. That will be mass of sodium carbonate and ethanoic acid. It will be 5.3 plus 6 gram. That will be equal to 11.3 gram. So total mass of reactant will be 11.3 gram. After that we will calculate the mass of products. Mass of product will be mass of sodium ethanoate plus carbon dioxide and water. That will be 8.2, 2.2 and 0.9. That also gives 11.3 gram. So now we can see the total mass of reactant is also 11.3 gram and mass of product is also 11.3 gram. This shows the given data is according to the law of conservation of mass. So I think you must have understood the law of conservation of mass, and to make more clear to you, I am giving you this homework. All of you write this question in your copy and then find out the answer. That's all for today. Thank you.